Yeah, Mike. Yo, you good? You good, Mike?
No, I
You
thought
good,
you were
Mike?
the dog, mate.
All right. Good. Okay, Mike,
Where's that?
dog, mate, dog, mate. You good, mate? Let's go, mate. All right. So we're starting. I'm recording, so we're good. All right.
Americans can't say mate for shit.
Because we're not Australian. Gosh, anyways. All right.
Exactly.
So welcome to 13 speed. I'm selling that. Welcome to episode 4, a podcast. I said a podcast. I'm losing it. Welcome to episode 4 of Patch Notes. I'm your host. I'm the Drknss, apparently S tier Among Us player. To my left is rank. What do you C? Was it C again? It was C, right? For you, Alpha.
No, he's
For
ranked
you,
A
Alpha.
overall, but he's a C for imposter and creep.
Okay. So we'll put you in B. Well, B tier Among Us player. Alpha Enderman, go ahead and introduce yourself, Alpha. Introduce yourself to the class.
So I'm Alpha, and I've been playing this game for almost kind of approaching 4 years now, and I'm the leader of Swaganomics, and they're just games put out like so
Swag.
much lately. It's just been all hype, and I'm like ready to go every day. I mean, we got FRR tomorrow. We got so much coming up, so I'm excited. I've been
Tomorrow's
excited.
today for me.
I'm like, ironically, I did all this stuff. I just realized I did all this room cleanup the day before. Anyways, below me is a tier Among Us player, LordeDrknss. Lorde, introduce yourself to the class, please. Let them know where you're from.
So yeah, my name is LordeDrknss. I'm from Australia. I'm a player of the game for around approximately 3 years. Casual player, G1, G2 player. Just similarly getting into RTA.
Because he has Article now.
Peaked into C1 recently. No, I peaked into C1 last RTA season without Artemil. Thank you.
Oh, now you're gonna be G1. You're good.
Hey! I gotta pull the Drknss first, so hold up on that. But yeah, pleasure to be here.
This guy pulls Artemis over here like, nah, I'm just casually seeing.
I'm trying to be modest, mate. You're the one that keeps bringing it up.
All right,
I'm not that toxic.
That's gonna be me with Tia Ling at one point. There we go. All right. So first topic is TOA Hell. TOA Hell came out recently. Me personally, I don't care too much for it, but a lot of people have good opinions for it. I personally think it's okay. It's a cool game mode. I'm fine with it. I do think it should be free, but that's nonetheless, that's different. So I want to just ask you guys, because I've heard a lot of different opinions about TOA Hell, and they're all varied. How do you guys feel about TOA Hell overall? And if there's any improvements you want to make to it, what would you do? And I guess we can start with Alpha. Alpha, how do you feel about TOA Hell?
Okay, so honestly, like TOA Hell for me kind of hits hard because like back in the day, like I remember like especially I was like talking to Rob all the time, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm tilting on XYZ floor of TOA hard. And it was just like such a long process without having any monsters, like trying to get through like all that. And it was just like one of my favorite parts of the game for a while. Then of course it became stale and easy, all that new stuff came out, like GM Lorne. But then this comes out and it's like fresh new late game PvE content, which there's not a lot of. And
just zero, literally zero.
It kind of like a challenge to me, and it's just like it's great because like it just caused me to rage, but it's like rage that I know like I was so close, and the stupid tyrant just couldn't land his skill too, and then I just got screwed. But I know I can do it, and just having like those goals to shoot for that isn't like, oh yeah, shoot for G1 RTA and face 10 Rock Lords in a row. Like I could reasonably shoot for in 1 month. I mean, the rewards aren't like insane; it's normal rewards, but it's still like it's goals, you know.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Really like.
All right, Lord, how do you feel about it?
I don't know. Like, essentially, it is at the current time of rune check. I wouldn't advise it for anyone that's at an early state of the game. Like, if you're barely even getting into R5, would hands down advise you not even getting into it. So yeah, it's a heavy rune check for mid game players and for late game players. At the time, essentially, it depends. If you're gonna go for it and you're able to get all 30 stars, good on you. You're gonna get every bit of reward. But how long is that gonna take you?
Forever.
And if you're just going to do the 1-star each for all you're getting as an incentive is the Devilmon overall and 10 mystical scrolls plus whatever the reward is at 5 stars. Is that really worth the time?
Yeah.
Up to debate.
Yeah.
And
It depends, like, how much
it really is. The TOA Hell mode essentially requires you to have a holy trinity of units.
Pagani.
Gani, Rika, Varad. Essentially, yeah, literally.
If you have all that, you can easily do it. But it's just literally you sitting there manually.
Yeah.
And do you want to do that?
That's why I said, like, me personally, I'm 100% fine with the content. I think it's great. I think it is a rune check, like you said. I think it's one of those contents in a game where it's like, you know, if you enjoy those challenging game modes where it's like you have to do everything perfectly and you have to like be very precise in your movements and what you do, then that's great. Like, me personally, I just think the content should be free. I don't think it should cost you any energy, but don't lower the difficulty because I feel like at some point they're probably gonna nerf it. I just feel like they're gonna do it. I feel like they're gonna probably nerf something about the stages. I hope they don't. I just want them to make it free so that, you know, if people, you know, do it, because like I said, I don't think the rewards are worth what the time and effort that you're putting in to beat the stage with no stars. So that's why I said, like, if they made it free and allowed just anybody to walk in and just do it and kept the rewards the same and kept everything the same, then I'll be fine with it. I think it'd be great. And it's like it could be like downtime content, right? It's like, you know, like you're tired of farming, so let me try that TOL stage, and it's like, you don't fail it out, fuck it, you can go back to farming or something. I don't know. That's me personally.
Like a free TOA like Saturday or something, because right now it's just like it's the monthly one and it's like basically like chances are you're probably doing something and you forget about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So make that happen more often, or just make it free, just make the cost way less. There's been so many times where like I have to like land these specific things up. Okay, restart. There goes 7 energy. Up there goes 7 energy. Up, down, full refill. Oh, great. So yeah.
I think possibly to fix it, they could just reduce the star cap rating that they require to get the actual possible rewards.
What do you mean? Like to get yeah.
You know how you have to do the checkoffs before you can consider getting like the certain maximum reward, because obviously for doing the entire thing overall, you're going to get the max output if you did TOA normal or TOA hard individually.
Exactly.
Or even in another output you could do is the initial entry is free. If you fail it, it doesn't cost you anything. But if you finish it, then you have to pay the cost to claim the reward. Possible as an idea.
And you know, here's something else that they gotta add. You know how it shows like TOA stage 5 in the corner? They gotta add the stars below it, because the stupid Neptus level that I was basically using, like, again, I have no good TOA monsters. I built like 2A birds and all that. So I was using my Shaman and Spectra. And
Spectra's apparently really good for all of this.
Yeah, it's insane, especially like violence skilled up. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Basically, I finally got the right lineup to kill the boss. And then I'm like, oh my god, I finally got it. And I realized I forgot to check the immune to inability effects, which I didn't have any CCers on my entire team. I forgot to check the box. And I got 1 star, so I have to do it all over again.
That's what because I remember when I was doing it when it came out, I would start the stage and then I would do Rika skill 3 and I'm like, wait, it's only 1 turn dot. I mean, it's 3 turn dots. Crap, I didn't check it, so I have to. Now I just burned. I burned.
You did it multiple times.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, nah, screw this. Get me out of here. Like, I'm just like, I can't. I'm like, nah, because me personally, I just think it's worth only doing it with the stars. I feel like doing it without the stars is like whack. It's like do it with the stars or something like that. Because just doing it without the stars and getting only 1 mystical scroll is like, why? It doesn't feel worth it. So I was like, I'd rather just do it with the stars and go through the challenge. And I almost did it until I forgot that Sierra gets 160% attack if I kill these JoJos and Leeblees. So my Varad got hella fucking chunked. My Varad, like, she skilled one of my Varad and my Varad was half health. I was like, so if he gets autoed again, he's dead. So that's literally what happened. He got autoed again and he dies. It's like that's what I said. Like it's crazy. That's what I said. Like I'm fine with it, but it's like there could be possibly some changes coming, and it's like what exactly like that's a good quality of life, like anything quality of life or anything you would change as far as just like the content is like what would you suggest for the content? To improve it or to like just overall make it better or more accessible. But you don't have to make it accessible, but just say like just make it better for people
I
to
don't
play
think
it.
there's necessarily anything wrong with it because it is supposed to be
Hard.
like extremely late hard PvE content.
It's called hell for a reason.
And it's not supposed to be something that everyone should be able to do. Hence why
Mhm.
we've seen only like so many people being able to do it. Like
Yeah.
I think it was only like the first 3-4 days after it was released, only a total of 6 people across all servers had actually attained all 30 stars.
Yeah.
Which just shows you how difficult it is.
It was laughing. It like J-Mac was doing it and struggling.
30 on global.
How many people have been on global?
19.
Just 19?
Like obviously now people have obviously discussed and been able to find out what they need to do.
Yeah, but it's like even then because of like the requirement to like hire for most people. But that's what I said. I'm fine with that. I'm not like in-game players can stomp through everything. You have pretty much the monsters and whatever, and you can stomp through pretty much every in-game content. It's just like,
Yeah.
man, I just like I think just one thing has to change. I just think it's make it free.
Farming went way down after TOAL started.
You said what?
My dragons farming went way down after TOA hell.
Oh, because you just said screw it, you were doing TOA hell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's also like I after the first day I said, nah, I'm good.
I do guess people have an opportunity to try and test themselves properly by reruning, because FRR is literally at today's reset. So
yeah.
Exactly. That was my plan.
So they can actually reattempt to go at it again before the reset. But obviously, if your runes are not up to scratch, because there is a minimum requirement on speed for a violent set for this. It's
Yeah.
like 250, 260 speed, which is absurd.
That's pretty that yeah.
But some
That's
people
it's
struggle to
stupidly
even
high.
get multiple of those.
Yeah, it's stupidly high. That sounds like 260. I'm like, okay, but everything has to be on Vio. I ain't got that many violent sets. like I could probably do that. I could probably do that twice, but 5 times? Nah, bro. Get out of here with that.
It's just not healthy.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not. That's what. After the first day, I said, "No, I'm good. I'm not gonna try." Like y'all can have fun. I'm
like, oh yeah, a guy has like, at least 300 violence. That's of course he can pull it off.
Yeah.
He basically autoed.
But even like I said, people that did have it, they're still like I said, J-Mac was trying it, and J-Mac was still the same way. He was like, "Yo, fuck this! Like this is too hard. Like it's hard for a lot of people. It doesn't matter who you are. Like that's what I said. It's hard. But that's what I said. That's what's good. It's like it's that content that literally just says
it's
like
essentially a roadblock. Which
yeah,
is nice.
like it stomps on everybody. Like there's no like if a lot of in-game players are looking at you and like saying like, "Bruh, I can't do it," then it's like, okay, this is probably good content. Or people can say, "Oh, that's too hard, lower difficulty," which I'm pretty sure is out there. Pretty sure if I go to Reddit, it'll probably be one person saying lower difficulty or whatever when it comes to TOA hell. I could leave it exactly the way it is, in my opinion. I just think you should make it free. That's just me.
Can we just thank Com to us for not making 100 floors? Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh,
well, that's the thing as well. You don't actually have to physically do all 10 floors to get like the main actual rewards.
Yeah, you can do like what, 5?
You get a combination,
like 5 or 6. Yeah.
You should literally, if you do the first 3 floors on 3 stars, and then the next floor on 1 star, there's your Devamon already.
Yeah,
and that's what a lot of people are only aiming for and just getting it.
Yeah,
because skill ups are so valuable in this game.
Yeah, Devamon is most valuable thing in this game by far.
Sure, you can then go for 5 more stars and then get your LD, and then which I'm surprised. Actually, is it the legendary scroll then the LD?
No,
it's LD legendary.
Right now I'm at 18.
And then some people are saying, "Oh, let's go for the legendary scroll, 20 stars." I'm thinking, nah. I think if personally at most, I'd only go for 15 stars.
I'm like, okay, here's the thing. There's like
the LD scroll's more valuable.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a couple floors. Like for example, the main ones I see are like 3 and 7 are like hacker man material. You can just, I mean, 3 is just easy. 7 I used Fire Twins, Vigor, Miho, and I think Spectra. And it just got it was a complete slappage. 3 stars easy.
Miho.
Miho and
Miho. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting Miho. I really wasn't.
Oh yeah,
There's
no.
like
She's
if you also
insane.
have accessibility to certain other nat 5s, because like I think it is floor 5 is the Samuth floor. If you just have Mephisto, you just bring that in as like an extra DPS, or tanky DPS, and then you just can focus the Samuth and you're done.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just.
I just gave up on that one for going for 3 stars because I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna eat like a 50k hit from Pisama when he just comes back.
True. When he revives, that'd be toxic.
I'm sorry, but the funniest four to me is still for Diana's. I'm just like, why? Like when I saw that, I was like, so that's a troll.
And you have Renas as well in this shit. Like,
I was like, you have Rena's out here, because like. Because I was watching it was Sean B's videos, like everything has 100k health, and I was like, wait, this Rena's here, so that shield is mad beefy.
I mean, that's where you need to bring the shit like Dover and Malacca.
you gotta be like you gotta be a depth break in general, because if you don't have a depth break, you're not breaking that shield ever. It doesn't matter what you do. I just think like.
Is pretty nice because you got the will rune effect, and it's just
must be nice. Must be nice.
Right. I was like, yo, Giada over here. Get your Giada bias out of here. Why did I invite this guy? Why did I invite this guy? Get him out of here with his Giada bias.
Think of something that's more easily accessible for even early game.
This guy said, "We talking about? I easily got Giada. What you mean? I easily got Giada. What are you talking about?" That's what he's probably gonna say.
I mean, actually, no. To be honest, considering how much people reset accounts, it wouldn't surprise me if some early game players have Giada for no goddamn reason.
There's like some event.
I mean, as much as people complain about LDs, I don't know. Me personally, I feel like a lot of people are getting LDs just like willy nilly lately. That's just me personally. I don't know. Like I feel like Stoic says it's off there. Like, oh, I wish I had an LD. He says you'd eventually get one. I feel like now in Summoners War, because everybody's getting more LDs from a lot of sources, I feel like eventually you will get your LD, because it's just like it just seems like people are summoning more regardless.
You don't even need LD5s to play the game. That's the thing. It's nice, and more often when you summon an LD5, like for example in my first one, this was also pre-buff by the way. Alexandra, she was literally just a trophy. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And then sure, it became something more fun to use because obviously her skill 2 in human form became like 100% crit, so it was nice to really cycle in. If she violence, then you just have nice circle jerk of fun like Diana.
But it's fun though.
It is
but
fun.
Wait, do you even use it like now? Do you use her though now at least?
I did use her in my placements for a bit of fun. I had like some like ghetto pseudo cleave with Chiwu, Gemini, and then I used Beth for a death break into her.
If you have Chiwu, you can make anything work. That's just how it goes.
Well, that's the thing. I went 9 out of 10 with that team, surprisingly.
That's what I said. If you have Chiwu, you can make anything work. I was
versing Guardian players as well.
Yeah, Chiwu, you can make anything work. That's all I'm gonna say, because she was busting right now. She was hella busting right now.
Chiwu is literally stupid, if you also have Chong Pong to go with him now, like, good luck. You're literally set up to just progress.
That's why I tell people, let me be OP. That's why I tell people, let me be OP, man. I've never felt this OP. Let me be OP. I've never been OP.
You had the Sierra to go.
I'm telling you, man. It's like I've never had Sierra. I've never been in a meta where I've had the units that are really good at the beginning of the season, so I can abuse it all season. I've never been there. It's always like I get it towards the end or when it's no longer relevant. That's what always happens. But now is they buff Chong Pong like literally the beginning of the season. I skilled it up. I already had Chiwu. I'm like, yo, I'm busted. Let me get Chiwu in. Let me get Chong Pong in. Let me get that guaranteed pushback. Bada bing, bada boom. I win, and it's super busted. That's what I said. Let me be busted. Let me be busted. I ain't got Gianna like others, right? I ain't got Gianna. I'm over here chilling.
Gianna, Chiwu, Hathor crap.
Right? Oh, this guy.
No, that team just
that team's
so easy.
Boring.
It wins, so I can't.
It's so boring.
We'll wait till RTS. We'll wait till RTS to talk about that. But same thing with RTA, because I guess we can watch the next one. We pretty much set on top of RTA with hell. We all enjoy it. It's cool. But RTA tips. So like I've been getting this a lot lately, right? where people want to get into RTA. Well, I get that in general, but I feel like it's more prevalent now. I don't know why I feel like it's more prevalent now that people want to get more into RTA. I don't know if it's because of SWC, but I feel like I don't know. It's weird. I can't describe it, right? So it's like I feel like people want to get into RTA, but I feel like a lot of people don't want to get into RTA. It's kind of like just more people that in the beginning want to get into RTA, but like a lot of people are cycling out.
They don't want to close out the season.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like
True.
I did, but I feel like this season has been like the season where it's like a lot of people are just like, "Yo, I want to do more RTA," and I'm like, "Why?" Like, like I don't know.
I think it's also purely because we had the 6th anniversary event this year that so many more people that actually created new accounts and stuff primarily. They're actually at the point they're trying to get into the RTA scene now.
Yeah. I feel like more people are loaded. I feel like everything's coming to place, right? Especially for this year, because it started, like you said, with the 100 scrolls, the free transcendence, the legendaries, a bunch of free crystals, the packs upon packs
You've
upon
had
packs.
so many opportunities to get really good runes from these events this year too.
We've
Especially
had
at that time, like you had so many people got quad speeds for no goddamn reason.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like this. I feel like this year for like new players has been the absolute best it has ever been, because all these new players are just having loaded OP accounts for free, literally for free. So
Remember, new QA's coming out soon.
you said what?
Soon apparently.
Yeah, soon. So possibly.
It was supposed to be already in October, and it's
Yeah.
November already.
So it's like we don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's a promise that's just delayed as usual.
that's what I'm saying. Like, this is crazy.
Possible new free-to-play RTA meta, maybe. Who knows?
I mean, we'll see, right? Because like even like I say this right now because I always bring this up with the 2 ways. I still feel like now I'm on the fence of like 2 ways because I feel like before 2 ways used to be like, okay, if you I still stand by this. If you are getting into RTA, there's 2 ways that you have to build, no matter what. You can't deny it. Like Vigor, Lucia, Miho, Mina. I feel like those are like, ironically, they're all water. Well, mostly water, but it's like I feel like those are like you have to build those. Like if you want to get into RTA, you cannot attempt to climb RTA without these units. So that's what I'm saying. Like as far as like tips, right? Because like we're all at different levels. Like Lorde's getting more into RTA. The Jedi abuser has been G1. I'm trying to get G1. So it's like what I feel like what tips from your different perspectives can you give to players that are trying to get better at RTA? And I feel like both of you guys probably have different perspectives. Like I said, because you've been to the mountaintop, technically what is the mountaintop? And like I said, Lorde's trying to get into it. Like, what is your perspectives on like tips you would give people that are saying, hey, I want to get into RTA, but I don't know what to build or I don't know what to use. Like, what would you say they should do to get good, essentially? Go Alpha.
I guess I'll go.
Yeah, go Lorde. Go Lorde. Yeah.
Like ideally, last season was my first time I actually started doing RTA. I was not sure, and sure at the time I had Molly and Vigor, which was pretty broken. But like at the time, I was just trying to see. I didn't know like necessarily how to pick like and what I wanted to do with the draft pick order, what I had to consider essentially for bans, and this helped me by watching more of the people that I actually talk to on a regular basis, see how they go into the draft picks, how and when they want to pick. Because like for example, if you hover a pick very early, you're giving players an opportunity to consider what they want to pick and ban as well. So I'd say if you're going to pick, hold off, pick, then just essentially put them into a state where they're very rushed and don't have much time to actually consider what they want to pick into that opposing draft. And you just got to consider like how your units are ruined essentially, because like I tried it first because I had the Fermion, Vela, Molly, Vigor, Amelia comp for what I was primarily using, and then I had Olivia on the side as another unit to deal with Miho. And at first, I had my Velagil on a support build, which was just not helping me enough. And then with Paddy, he just recommended I try a crit damage build and help me with that. And that set up essentially to have another really good damaging threat, and that progressed me easily into C1 as a result. So essentially is you got to know and assess what your threats are to your individual comp. So like for that comp, I had to really be scared of Molong, Drknss, Odin.
Long.
Yeah, really.
The
It
boring
was very
monster.
common, and
The
I just
snoozer.
also had to know like, okay, do I have to take this unit off the field first, and essentially be careful with my cooldowns and play around essentially if they're being very passive as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends because like I was playing a turn 2 comp, so I had to make sure that my units also were fully ruined on will, which would be different at a higher up level because they're primarily built around playing turn 1.
And I will say this: playing turn 2 in RTA fucking sucks.
Depends if you have the units for it as well.
Yeah, but it fucking sucks. Current days RTA, it fucking sucks.
Yeah, for sure. Which I was surprised I was even able to get into C1 as a result.
Mm-hmm. I don't think C1's that hard. I just tell people like C1's not that hard as long as you just.
Well, that's the funny is because it was also my first season. I actually genuinely tried to climb RTA, and it just proved like you just have to be smart about it.
Essentially, yeah, takes a lot of brain power. You gotta get more brain power as you climb up higher, right, Alpha?
Yeah. But here's my whole take on like the whole C1 thing. Like, I've just always stood by this, and this was the same way when I was there, and currently now based on just like what I see and like we're just watching matches and stuff. Like, especially if you're getting into it, so you just gotta understand that F3 is just an absolute it's just
Fortnite.
It should just they should just delete the rank.
It's a hellhole.
It's Fortnite. I keep saying it, it's Fortnite. That's what I will forever call it. It's Fortnite. You're dropping it in tilted towers, and you're just hoping you face little Timmy from down the street that can't hold a controller. I won't play the game, but I do know Fortnite. I remember that was when tilted tower was the thing. Like everybody jumped in tilted towers. You don't know who you were gonna fight. That's what F3 is. It really is like that.
But yeah, like seriously, like honestly, like there might just be one season where I mean, for me it was season 9. The wings were awesome, and I just got straight demoralized because I was like, I like people were like, Alpha, you can definitely get C1 this season, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely get it. And of course, I just tell because of Josephine's and just stuff like that. I just crash and burn. But honestly,
saying that around Jug.
Oh yeah. That's why I stopped pipping. That's why I stopped picking Hato first, because we're in that meta now, where it's like, I talked to way too many people about this, but it's like I think Ricky said the same thing, Lux said the same thing, we all said the same thing. Like we're in this meta currently where your first pick hella matters, right? If you pick Chiwu first, you have the biggest balls on the planet. Same with Hathor, same with Ganny, because everybody is gonna pick Juno, Josephine, Mayhow immediately once they see it. Immediately. Like they don't even think about it. They're like, they see Changpong, they see all those monsters, they see any AoE monsters, they're picking the counters hella quick. So currently this meta is where you don't want to show your hand at all, but sometimes you have to, and you have to be ready for everything, right? And I think that's what's making RTA frustrating for a lot of people, right? Because like right now, I'm pretty sure Alpha's trying to see a Tetra. Like you're gonna see Tetra a lot.
I don't mind Tetras. I honestly don't mind her at all.
But you're still gonna see her a lot though, right? It's yeah.
But there's honestly worse. I'd rather face her than Josephine.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna see these because you'll see these and the problem is, me personally, I just feel like they're RNG counters. I don't feel like they're hard counters. It makes them hard counter because this game is so RNG. Right? Yeah, it's like triple revenge Verd. It's like I'm gonna see it all day. If I touch Chongpong, it's my only broken unit, so I have to get it before my opponent can possibly get it. So like the second I say Chongpong, Juno, Josephine, Mayhow, instantly, immediately. Like it's not even with a second thought. It's just boom, toss them down. So it's like I will say it's just like me personally. This season has been very frustrating because it's counter upon counter upon counter upon counter upon counter, right? So that's I try to get away from that. What will get me away from that is Sierra, but I'm not gonna get one, so it doesn't matter. But it's just like, but I feel like this is one of those seasons where I feel like it's a lot frustrating for all players because unless you're like you just have this almost Exodia comp, you're kind of fucked. Well, you're not fucked. You're just kind of hoping RNG doesn't fuck you in the ass. That's just how I feel personally. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that's just me personally. That's how I feel.
Yeah, it's just like there's I mean the good news is that like each season there's kind of something fresh. But I mean like I mean the good news is it's not just like every single time you face someone, it's gonna be the same draft every single time. Like at least now there's actually like some fighting going on in the draft, which is like what the whole intention of the whole thing
Yeah,
was. Not like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna auto spam Chiwu Gani Hathor and whatever, and I don't care what they bring, and I just
you
GG.
win. You just win. You just win.
People are actually being forced to actually contend for picks now as well, which is great.
Yeah, so I feel like it's like was it like I said with Chiwu, Gabby, Hathor, Oki. I feel like it's like you take those two, I take these two, and the rest we just kind of go for it. Like I feel like that's what's happening in a lot of drafts. Me personally, I don't know.
And as far as I go, they just pick the stuff and I don't have it in my box, so I'm just like
Sierra every time. I'm tired of seeing
yeah.
if I see Sierra first pick. If I see Sierra first pick, I don't know. But part of me just wants to just grab Chiwu.
I'll cover it just for you, Judd.
I literally I grab Chi because I'm tired of seeing Sierra, Gianna, Chiu, Savannah, Oki or something like that. Like that comp is like it's just too many people have that. I don't know why, but like everybody and their mom has that comp. I don't know why, but it's just literally I see it way too often.
Essentially, all we had to do is pull the hardest part of that comp, Gianna.
Gianna. Yeah.
Everything else, they can flog as much money as they want for
all these crazy Gianna comps. I pulled the Gianna. I just don't have anything else. Like, yeah, I mean, I have it's pretty much Gianna.
Oh yeah, because you don't have Sierra, you have Masha, you got Chiwu.
Okay, I have no Sierra, I have no Chiwu, I have no Gani, I have no Hathor, I have no Savannah.
Your account is
the petty Gianna.
Your account is cursed. They gave you Gianna. You said you can't have nothing else. You don't have Oki either.
I have Oki, but I just don't use them because
Nah, you gotta. You gotta. I sucked it up. I sucked it up. I'm sorry. Even though I wasn't the same. I was in the same boat.
It's actually really good no matter what.
Yeah, like I said, like it's like I had the same thing last season. I'll be like skill 2, land it, I win. Don't land it, I lose. Don't let it. Okay, I lose. Like that's okay. But nah, you gotta.
Honestly, like my main thing has just been like my whole comp. It's kind of been like I guess honestly I'll probably give him another try because there's probably situations where like it's good to know. I can just outspeed.
I mean, I feel there's always situations considering how many people are just drafting either heavy immunity or just the like Vanessa even nowadays, for example.
Oh, Vanessa's great.
Smaller gets speed lead. Besides Chiwu,
she's the best speed lead in the game.
Yeah, like for RTA, she's the best speed lead because she didn't show anything.
Picking Smurf and RTA except cleavers that just have no good water threat.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying to people. I'm like oh Sabah, you got Sabah? They're like, I do, but I'm never picking him.
I'm never using it. Like, it's too squishy. Like the only threatening thing about it is it's passive, and that's it.
Like his second skill ideally does nothing. I mean, it does, but it's like for the whole entire match, I feel like Sabath just sits there and does absolutely nothing. So that's why I never select him.
Sometimes you just want to kill him early, and then there's no attack buff whatsoever, and it's just like, okay, he does like 5,000 damage.
But the other problem with Sabath is that Chong Pog exists, so it's like he'll just get reset anyways and then die, and it's like I just don't like Sabath at all. Like I understand why people select him, and I feel like he's better in more aggressive comps.
All he is essentially for arena defense.
Yeah.
And then just the casual AO.
And even then, people still don't use him.
Kind of lead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really. Sabath has fallen so far. Wow, that's actually crazy. That's actually
like 2 or 3 seasons ago that people like unironically used him.
Yeah, I
Like,
feel like people used him like probably like 3 or 4 seasons ago. But I feel like lately he's just like he used to be like at least like a like S tier for arena defense. Then like now he's like B.
I mean, not gonna lie, even Vanessa, I just don't have much. I mean, I don't have much of a problem with because it's like the kind of stuff people bring with her. It's like never really, it's never really anything like it's not some sort of control thing. It's like usually if they're controlling, they'll bring Chiwu and Sierra as their speed leads, and they have like 310 or more on their Chiwu. So
Yeah.
they usually don't even need Vanessa because Vanessa just ends up being either just for the speed lead or she's kind like she brings armor break, but like it's just there's not like it doesn't work with the whole control comp with like Chong Pong and all that really.
Yeah, that's why it's like for me because I don't have Sierra. I have to use her because she's my best speed lead.
Exactly.
Yeah, like she has literally like some of my best vitamins because I just have to use her. Like I'm not saying I don't want to use her. You said what?
Pick the Chiwu lead, but you could just pick the Chiwu lead even though you brought Vanessa to the fight.
Yeah, but it's like even then, it's like if I lose out on Chiwu, I still want a speed lead though. I still want a speed lead. It's like you can either take the Chiwu or take the Sierra. You get a speed lead regardless. But if they take my Vanessa and I pick Chiwu, that's my only speed lead. They'll just ban the Chiwu. Like in most cases, they'll just ban the Chiwu because it's the speed lead. Which I understand. Like it's the best. So in a lot of cases, Chiwu Chong Pong is like ridiculous. Like you don't want that to happen, so you better Chiwu and call it a day, and you just hope Chong Pong doesn't violent proc on you, which is hilarious when he does.
Honestly, even
Chong Pong violent procs is great.
It's the worst. It's the best. I love it. I love it. I love skill 2 and skill 3.
Skill 2 into skill 3. That's fucking nasty, man. Especially if he hits the defense break.
It's sexy.
I wish Hagang got the S2 defense break as well. That's just
because what is he has a strip, but what is it?
He has the strip, that's it. But his passive is the thing that got the buff, which is a 25% attack bar increase if any beneficial effect is removed from allies.
And like the thing is, who takes away?
That kind of sucks though against Chiwu because the attack bar pushback on Chiwu is 30%.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
So it's not good enough.
So it's like Chiwu with Chong Pong that's why it's disgusting.
He literally needs a defense break.
It's like
with proper pick.
So I say Chiwu with Chong Pong is like, let me be OP for one season, man. I deserve this. I've been struggling out here.
You've already seen my face, Rob. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like you get to see Lorde's face. I'm like, he streams. What y'all doing? Occasionally, but he does stream. I'm like,
I gotta follow you.
I haven't streamed for a hot minute anyway because I've had to do more of my uni stuff lately.
There you go.
I was like, why does your face look like that? Your face looked like you were confused for a good second because you were just like, what was going on? You were like looking at, I was like just looking at the screen. That was such a weird face you made. I was looking at him, he was just like, I was looking at the screen. Like, your face you made. I can hear myself, Lorde. I can hear myself, Alpha. I can hear myself. There we go. All right, we're good. I think I can hear myself. Yep, I can hear myself. Yep,
I'm here.
I can hear myself.
Oh, no.
Wow, you spelled my name wrong, Joe.
I did. Wait, I did. I did.
You put the A in Drknss, so I don't put that shit.
God darn it! I forgot, man. That's what I'm saying. Like I forgot too, because I was like, yo. There we go, boom. I'll make sure it's corrected. Why am I still hearing myself? Is it Discord being weird? What is it? What's going on?
His face cam's like laggy at the moment.
Why am I still hearing myself?
Wait, hold up. Oh my god, I just had I had the stream. I had the stream on.
His face cam is so laggy right now.
God damn it, Alpha. God damn it, Alpha. God damn it, Alpha.
You could have followed me later. You didn't have to do it right now, man.
He's like, nah, man. I gotta do it right now before I forget. He's like, I gotta do it right now before I forget. Freaking Alpha. Freaking Alpha. Man, I still remember the good old days of Alpha raging the guild chat. Anyways, So, all right. So EU Cup is literally in 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 hours, which is crazy. It's like early in the morning.
Okay.
Besides
Probably not
Obabo,
legit.
like I said in the notes, because everybody has Obabo. I don't know. Actually, do you know a single person that doesn't have Obabo? Like for real?
There'd have to be someone that's just doing it for
Yeah,
just,
Like I
just a
don't.
cheeky bet.
No. I'm
There's
like
people that bet
no.
like 70 to
I'm
1
like I'm like dead ass. I don't know a single
topsy-turvy.
person that has said no. Obama won't make it to final. I don't know a single
If
person.
it's Obabo say Shizo, you're done.
I remember I said purposely in Blaze's stream because there's this bloke Tikan attack that came and ruined essentially Asia Pacific for us by saying the person every time for our bets would win, and they fucking did. So I said to him purposely as a joke that I voted for Liberty, but I voted for Obama.
Oh God, no! I would like I would even do that to myself. I literally wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I look at it, right? It's like I think nobody's gonna bet against Obama. I just think everybody's just questioning who's gonna be on the left side, right?
I honestly, Obabo's side is like pretty
Weak.
free for him in the bracket. I feel
Weak
Like-
for people that can't beat these
if,
guys.
If he had Rosef in his side, then maybe
That's why I put Obama on
he'd
Joseph.
have a proper contender. But
Those
I
are my
think
two.
Obabo just freely gets through.
That's-
Well, I
On the
mean,
other
here's the
side,
thing,
it's
like,
it's
we've
more or less
had-
Rosef.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's probably it's either it's a toss up with Rosa than say Shizo. But like the thing is, like we saw Asia Cup, it just totally like. I'm pretty sure no one got their bracket right whatsoever. So honestly, there could just be some ridiculous upset with like Obabo because like it really could happen. Because I mean, if Skit gets knocked out like that, it's very
Skit,
possible.
well,
Yeah.
mind you, Skit got kind of ripped off in one of the fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. So
That's why I said it's funny, right? It's like
RNG for you. The
I think-
biggest decider to something as
I,
well.
that's why I said I think if anything is apparent and clear, this from SWC is whoever's good on ladder doesn't matter. Besides Obama, that's it. That's literally
Well,
it.
yeah, well, it's different in any game you play. Tournament and ladder is just completely different experiences.
That's why I
People
think we should have two
different
tier lists
mindsets
now.
and
Yeah,
actually work better under pressure than they would in a normal carefree situation.
so I can tell people it's
some
like
people crack
I
under
separate
pressure,
them.
some people crack under procs. Just have a bad luck day,
Mm-hmm.
and then that just determines their whole tournament year.
Because it just reminds you of like America's Cup. Like everybody was like, "Yo, Kid Baller, big brain. He gonna beat him. J Mac 2-0, easy. It wasn't even a debate. He 2-0, caught it, wrapped it up, went on. Right?
I don't know.
And-
Just look.
And no,
Just looking at Rosef and say Shizo's like main picks, like they both pick like very similar. They both focus the Gani Hathor as well. So like, it's gonna be weird whoever picks those as well, each individual fight, because you're gonna see Ragdoll and Gianna is gonna be pre-banned or pre-picked.
I just think for Shizuka, like everybody said, he's bad. You're a bad Giada. I'm pretty sure he's hearing this. So he could have some things prepared. I
That
still
he pulled Chewy recently.
so there you go. I still think Razif is probably gonna go left side. I have Razif and Obabo. That's me personally. I think Razif played very well. I think he'll do better in a set of bracket, or he could break my bracket, which could possibly happen. Which I think is cool. I think when brackets are broken, it's great because it's just like it makes everybody go, "Whoa, what the heck?" and it just loses their minds every time. So
Like,
it's
not
cool.
gonna
I mean,
lie,
personally.
if Obaba does get like an upset in the first round by Velipity, then it might actually be something more interesting to watch than just something straightforward and
Yeah.
expected.
No, exactly. I still like Obama though
Yeah,
because I think
especially
Obama's
with
like very hard.
RNG then.
He's like Obama. He's a very player. He doesn't play just one particular style. He can play it all. So he's like why we need Tomato more. Like Tomato was fun until Tomato got banned for competitive. So like I liked having Tomato around. That's just, I'm just saying. It feels bad, man. Right? It's like we had some good interesting picks and then got his ass banned. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, and the fact that, like, I mean, I obviously went with how to play for that one, and we saw how that went.
Hey, no,
Dude,
I voted Hellblade too because I thought he
I
was
was
just gonna use
like,
all these fucking LDs.
I told people, I was like, Les is gonna win it. I told Les is gonna win it, and I think it was Key. Key was like, LD Boss is gonna win it. It was LD Boston versus Les. Les did luck sack that one match
Yes,
and
we
won.
get it, Rob. We know Jeff beat Thompson.
Yes, we know. we were all there. We were all there.
With that original Asia like bracket, I actually was hovering less. I was thinking, I feel he's gonna win it again, but I just think like
Everybody would
just
say
doesn't-
he's washed
not
up.
he's not as dominant on ladder recently as well. So,
No,
but like we said, we just realized ladder is not the same.
nope.
So
That's why I tell
and I just
people.
thought the LD abuser is surely gonna win, right? He has like every LD you can
That's why
think of.
I keep telling people. They're like,
And then he fucking loses to a Lulu.
what happened, Alpha? What'd you say, Alpha?
Yeah, I mean, we never heard of Les before the tournament. Like, he's pretty much only been our day tournament guy, like from last season. I mean, now, I mean, he could be set, but yeah, okay, I obviously, guys, we know that the Tessarion though, like we saw the Lulu, but that Tessarion though was a real MVP. Like,
no, the funny part is, it's like everybody's on a Lulu. It's funny because the Lulu was there, but the Lulu literally did nothing.
Yeah.
The Lulu didn't get a turn until like 60% into the match. Like for the most of the match, she was asleep. It's just funny that she's there, right? Because that essentially was a 3B4. Like she's just there. Like it's hilarious, right? It's like she's just there.
Dude, your face cam is dropping so many frames.
It's like
fucking hilarious.
Wait, hold up. Bro, I just saw it on damn.
And now
Okay, guys, I think that admit the face cam is the default camera on my Mac, so that might be why.
You got a Mac?
Oh my God.
It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. He has a Mac. He has a Mac.
I realized that was the worst thing I could have ever used.
This guy, I didn't know you had a Mac. I was like, no, he has a Mac. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Try dropping and coming back and see if that fixes it, Alpha. We'll see. We'll check. We'll check and see. Try drop real quick and come back and let's see if that fixes it. Because we're over here with
okay, Rob wants to talk about Todd.
Who the hell is Todd?
Fire Poison Master.
We're not talking. We are not talking about Todd. We get it. His name is Todd.
Craig the Light Pipe.
We get it. We get it. They got some very generic suburban names. Todd, Craig, Kyle. Like we get it. Like it's funny though. It's different.
Kyle's poison is Monster Energy.
Look. We went from the String Masters, which everybody clowned, to Todd, Kyle, and Craig, which everybody clowned. So at this point, just name whatever the hell they want to name them, because either way we go. Like we got Hey Gang, like everybody was beaming them the Art Masters too. Was it Hey Gang and what was it? There was
Welcome to the Hey Gang.
They went to the Hey Gang and I think it was one. It was like a Hey Gang and they turned around by gang. I was like, that's good. I'll take that one. That one's pretty good. I was like, that's pretty good. I'll take that. Like, that's a pretty good meme. But yeah, I was like, we get it. Their names are dumb, stupid dumb. I mean, they're not dumb, but they're just very suburban.
It's the same with anything though. As they release more characters, it becomes harder to name things. That's all.
It's like, where are you gonna get names from? At some point, we're gonna have like stripper names. I don't know. Like, we gonna they gotta get names from somewhere. Like we got the Monkey Kings. We got some Amazon names.
Dancers have that name then.
Actually, I don't know what their names are. Because I pulled one of the names.
The main one's Leia. Leia's the White Chun-Li.
Oh yeah, Leia.
Because I pulled Princess Leia. Oh god, they're Star Wars.
Princess Leia.
Because I have the wind The Windblade Dancer? I have no idea what her name is. I'm actually gonna check right now because I am hella curious.
Yeah, that's like the one that I forgot.
Her name
Oh,
is.
Cordelia.
The hell is that name? Wow, it is. It actually is Cordelia. What the heck? That's a weird name. That is actually. What are these names? Actually, how did we get out? I'm actually okay with this one. What the hell are these names?
We have Berenice. What we have Berenice. We have Lario. We have Cordelia, Leia, and Verisa.
Yeah, I kind of like Verisa.
I want to know where they got these names
Like
from.
LDs are solid names, just like their kits are solid, and then we have random.
Wait,
For the
Verisa is Dark Chun-Li? What is no? I mean,
Verisa, V-E-R.
Yeah, Verisa.
I almost read that as Vanessa. I was about to be like, really? We can't have two Vanessas in the game. I was like, that can't be a thing. I was like, okay, whatever. These names are kind of weird. What the hell?
I mean,
and then we have
shit like Craig, like
Kyle.
We have Hackerson.
Generic white male.
Yeah, we got Craig, Kyle.
Guys, what's Hackerson? I think they named him Hackerson because he's so hecking bad that they couldn't come up with another name for him.
That's cringe joke, bro.
I'm gonna. He's freaking alpha.
We know they're bad. You don't need to make it worse.
Freaking alpha. What is that? Freaking alpha. What is that? I'm dead. That was so dope. Oh my god. That's a good bird. Oh my god. That was bad. Alright. Hey, please. Alright, so busted nerves. Cause besides Chunk Pog, please don't say Chunk Pog. Please don't say Chunk Pog. Anybody else but Chunk Pog. Who we nerfing? Besides Chunk Pog. Because I've been
20% Molly, that's all she needs. 20%.
For who?
For Molly. 20% heal.
Well, I frankly don't care about Molly anymore.
I don't either. I really don't.
I feel the damage reduction on skill 1 for oracles needs to be addressed.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like that's be just for artifacts, right? Because artifacts are a little bit over.
Artifacts are making that skill 1 ridiculous for no reason.
Yeah. I honestly they should just kind of change artifacts a little bit. Like here's what I was thinking. Instead of having like the whole like raw damage stack up thing, make it so it's like kind of like how like an attack like a skill scales with attack. So if, like let's say it scales with attack. If you give it HP damage, it does nothing, but it just increases like the damage output from attack skills instead of doing the stupid like, oh yeah, add on like a flat 1,000 damage so you hit like 5 times and just shred an entire team. It's like, no, I don't know what the point of that was. I really don't.
Well, additional damage is a problem. Period.
I think also,
yeah,
like I still think Vigor's better than Molly. I think Vigor's skill 3
I
should
agree.
be a 2-turn death break instead of a 3-turn. And what they should do to compensate that is increase the harmful effect rate.
Of his skill 3 to make it easier.
Yeah, of the skill 3, so it becomes a 2-turn death break with a higher chance instead of a 3-turn.
It's like 80% or something.
I don't know. I like the 3-turn because you can't valor proc out of it.
It's like, I mean, he's like so loaded, but it's like I don't know.
He's mad loaded.
Well, no, the thing is, because if you got to consider it's but other than RTA as well.
Yeah, for Guild Wars. That's what I was saying.
He's still prevalent in Guild Wars.
Yeah, I'm looking at everything from like a have a seed perspective as well.
Yeah, because I was saying Guild Wars as well. It was like because Vigor right now is part of pretty much in a lot of defenses because it's Vigor.
No, he's being Kamoon, Vigor, Iris,
Kamoon, Vigor,
Molly.
Actually,
Kamoon, Vigor,
defense, you could literally just chuck in that unit.
Yeah. Honestly,
just because of how much he offers and the crit damage.
He does way too much. Like
like a 270 violent.
That's what I'm saying. Like probably
just
lower the death rate.
He's ridiculous.
Because I think the rest would be fine.
There.
No, he's not. Yeah, that's also I can see that being a thing and higher the chance. That's actually fine. That's actually fine with me. If that ever happened, that would be fine with me. Like I don't know if that takes him out of meta. I think no. He'll still be better.
Yeah,
he'll be better. Yeah.
Like how would I say like ruin the unit or anything like that? It just just reduces like the effectiveness because obviously it gives opportunity for Violent to actually manipulate it and
Yeah, because like I mean, 3 turns just like it's just never gonna get shaken off unless you bring a cleanser on your offense team. It's ridiculous.
That's why it's like,
oh my yeah.
For him in particular, because
it gives the Kamoon free reign to just get as many procs as you want and just one shot you.
Because I'm also thinking about, as well as just for early game, because 2As are their accessible busted monsters. Because he's arguably the second best one. He's I was like he's probably the second.
It is the best 2A.
Oh no, I agree. No, 1000%. Yeah, I think Vigor is number 1, and under that is Elucia, because I think those two monsters are accessible in pretty much a lot of areas of the game.
Well,
and their skills
on
are
what
really
area
good.
of the game you're looking at as well.
Because she's good at Guild Wars. Like Lucia's good at Guild Wars.
No. But I mean, like obviously top.
Vigor you use pretty much everywhere.
Top 3, you have Vigor, Elucia, and Crow.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, you could use like you could literally use
so fucking much for no reason.
And Miho on offense not good. Like she can kind of be. Well, the thing is, Miho's really good against against Savannah defenses, but the fact is there's just so many like bruiser things with like Skogels and stuff that like isn't always 100 crit rate, that she's not like these days she's not as insane on like all offenses she used to be, but she still has
got rotated out for Vigor.
No, like for real, like everybody, like nobody. The only people that complain about Miho still are early game people.
That just don't want to build counters to.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I can tell people. Like, I don't know why are we still complaining? Why are we still complaining? I'm like, why are we still complaining about Miho? She is not a problem. I barely ever lose that monster. Like, she's not a problem anymore.
Yeah, exactly. She's a really good offense. That's why
there are literally a billion counters to Miho. Like, literally a billion. So it's like you only use Miho in situations where it's like, okay, like I throw it down. That's what I'm saying. For early game players, just throw it down when people are cleaving, and it could get you probably a win. Maybe it won't guarantee you a win, but it could probably get you a win. So it's like I never find Miho a problem but Vigor, fuck that monster.
And even then, they also buffed Ayunu. Ayunu is a new 4-star Oblivion unit that you can use to kill it. And he has a brand as well.
I mean, you have her name with a 3-turn arm break.
He's a brand of.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know, people. We need to start complaining about the wrong monsters. I don't know. It's like we still like.
Honestly, these days I just haven't heard any complaint about Miho anymore because people just know that.
Like, it's only early game players.
I mean, as far as Siege goes, like kind of a dead meta. Plus the fact that it's like you can just build lots of counters for her as far as defense, and she has a really good place for offense, but just not like. She's not destroying everything now. It's just not happening.
Well, anybody with a Miho defense, they get Skoggled. Easy.
Yeah. Everyone should have Skogels built.
Sure. Yeah, like I have 4. Like I have 4 and 2 more in storage. I'm like Skogel is really good. People should really I tell people all the time, like build your Skogels. He's really good. He's a free win. A lot of defenses. People just don't realize it. But
yeah.
People are weird, but yeah, no, I agree with the Vigor change because I think Vigor is like he's so good. That's what I say he's like if I look at all the water monsters for especially RTA, he's really good. He's like overly good. He's basically a 5-star.
He's better than fucking Nat 5s.
Yeah,
to try to be the water DPS.
He has not 5 stats, but not 5 abilities.
Like he's actually an LD5. It's insane.
Yeah, he has everything.
People the fact that we slept on him. Like there was one time months ago that this is before he was ever meta. Like we saw there was this one guild that was running Kamu Vigor Skogel as a 4-star defense, and we just fed it.
Clapped.
It was horrible. And then it just kind of went over our heads. But then a few months later, guess what just came along? He's in that defense. He's in RTA. He's everywhere now. Like it's insane. But like he's always had such a great game, but people just didn't really theory craft and scale him up and give him a god balance set, and now that they are, it's just it's
I'm just glad I haven't been in G3 Siege in probably almost 2 months now. I don't miss it.
Yeah, with it.
I don't miss it. I was just telling Lucky that I was just telling them I told him a couple days ago, I was like, man, I haven't been in G3 Siege in a while. I don't miss it, man. I don't miss it. I'm tired of seeing same defenses.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. It's not fun. It's only fun. It's only fun for the rewards. That's it.
Offenses are not fun at all.
Like I do G3 Siege, and I'm just like, I'm only in this for the crystals. I'm only in there for the crystals.
Well, no, that's the thing as well. Like, and farming sieges literally still just outshine the rewards.
It doesn't give you like 300 crystals if you farm G1.
Well, no, that's the thing. I even sent Lucky a screenshot of guild siege that I was in for G1. I think it was 10-0, and then I had 2 defense wins. I was like, I think it was 18% participation. I got just shy of 1,100 guild points, and I had 350 crystals.
What in the actual fuck?
Like, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous.
And then Lucky was saying he got a third of that many guild points in G3, and just about as many crystals. Like, that's absurd.
It is crazy because they know this.
300. If you don't win, you'll get like 200.
I'm not saying they should nerf it, but they know about this. I'm surprised they haven't.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised they haven't. Probably because it's hard to do.
G1 defenses are so easy to attack.
They are. Most of them are loosenable or whatever. That is true. Like most of them are pretty loosenable.
It's just Kamoon, Vigor, Iris spam, and it's just crap like that.
Or just like crazy amounts of LDs. Like even like the funny part is it's like I was like I choose a TLA defense, and it's like okay. The first thing I heard was TLA and Vigor. I was like I expected that. I expected that answer.
The herd type Vigor, the Tian Light, it's ridiculous.
That was like those is
power of LD.
It's like those are like those are like easy. Like everybody does that. That's what I say. Like everybody. Speaking of Lucky's here now. But it's like everybody everybody goes to it. Yeah, we're talking about busting theirs. But yeah, we're talking about Vigor. Lorde suggested that Vigor should instead of a 3-turn death break, it should be 2 turns, but higher the activation rate. I think that's fine. People will still complain about it, but I think that's fine.
It's
justified.
Just as overall insane.
Like, is there anybody else besides Shangpeng? Oh no, we talk. Oh, actually, no. Actually, let's talk about artifacts real quick. Because I think we all can agree our artifacts are hella overtuned. Alpha suggested his way of toning them down. How would you tell? What would you tone down about artifacts? Because I think we all can agree.
As far as like the additional damage thing, instead of doing like the ridiculous, like just you spam it and it just stacks raw damage, makes it so it just buffs like this. Like if you have an attack based skill and you throw on additional damage based on attack, just make that skill have like a little bit of an extra damage boost. Instead of just that whole. Like, so match it with the type instead of just they have this like HP
it depends
raw
on the
damage.
scaling. So, for example, with the skill 1 scaling off the attack damage stat instead of like the oracles being able to abuse all 4 stats.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Oh,
yeah.
Because a unit should not be able to actually get extra damage off other stats that don't actually initially scale its skill.
Is this additional damage calculated can be total damage and split amongst each hit? Yeah, that's it. It just did it. Oh man, because it was Luxus. Luxus Juno for RTA has an extra 219% additional damage based on speed. I was like,
yeah.
How much is that hitting for?
It was hitting almost 3K. Almost 3K a hit. Almost 3K. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what crazy about artifacts are, right? Because of artifacts, Juno is now a primary damage dealer for a lot of people. They do not pick him. They do not pick Juno because she is a counter to CC. They literally say, I need a fire damage dealer, Juno. I've seen that.
You don't even need that much crit damage. You just
I've seen that. I've seen that. Wait,
do crit damage. You just need to do crit rate.
Yeah,
you can literally get that much damage out.
Yeah, legit. You don't need crit rate. I mean, you don't need crit damage. Just put it on crit rate. Put on crit damage. Put it on crit rate. Get some good attack. Literally, your Juno can be hitting at least 2K a hit. At least 2K a hit, which is stupid because I can't tell you how many matches where it's like I first pick Vanessa and the next thing you know, Sierra Juno. I'm like, bruh, I picked no CC. Why is that there? Why is that there? And people are like, that's why people saying like this season is like legit. It's the Oracle, Changpong, anything that does multi hits is busted. Every time I look at Ricky's Oki, it's busted. Apparently, I mean, like it's insane. Get that out
I
of here.
personally feel that the artifacts offer too much of this additional damage stat. It's just making all these other like possible substats negligible.
People are taking
People just don't even bother with them.
People don't put things on crit damage anymore.
Half of them are just straight trash, but then there's just like
well, yeah, no, it's making them essentially redundant. And then even on your other rune that actually is they only run stuff that is damage reduction and then the occasional increasing effect based on whatever stat your monster.
Yeah, like recovery or additional accuracy or additional crit damage.
Exactly. That's all it is. Like,
so like it's in
so many like redundant stats.
So it's like it's insane for oracles. Oracles can have skill 1 crit damage, or crushing hit damage because crushing hit is more prevalent now. It's like and that's the problem, right? Because I still remember when Sample Texas came in my stream and he literally said that everything in RTA does way too much fucking damage. And that's a problem also Nelly has too, because especially he's an early game player. He's like, everybody has all these supports on crit damage. Like Oki is usually on crit damage.
He never wanted to build crit damage because he feels that's not the actual way to play a unit that is
which he's not wrong.
It sounds like he's played too many.
He's not wrong, but that's where we're at in RTA.
It's just literally different ways of building the unit and utilizing their broken kit.
Yeah, because like the Pioneers have a really good first skill.
They never really described artifacts either initially, so like it took a little while for people to actually pick up and then just start abusing it. But like honestly, now that we know like what's up, like now it should be a good time to actually tune them and get all these changes in like sooner rather than later. Especially, I mean, even if it's like SWC is already going on, so even if it's just afterwards, like just tune them down a little bit after.
Yeah, and like the Lucky said,
Okeanos is like he went
from have y'all seen Ricky's Oki? Have y'all seen Ricky's Oki? Have you seen Ricky's Oki? They told
I've actually seen
it hits 3k a stone off crit damage. Can you?
Insane.
Are you? No, I was like, oh, it's a crit damage. They're like, no, it's not a crit damage anymore. I was like, wait, what?
Isn't that with no defense break as well?
No defense break. 3k a stone.
If he's hitting with defense break, it's even fucking.
And it's not on crit damage. What is this bullshit? What is this bullshit, bro? I'm telling you, that's all I want from my TLA. I just want him to do. I just want his skill. I just want his artifact that has additional damage off of HP, speed, and defense. That's it. That's all I want. It's almost impossible, but I'm hunting for it. And I'm telling you, he's gonna slap people. It's like crazy. How much additional damage does Ricky have? He has. I don't think he showed it, but it's around like it's high. Cause I'm not even joking you. If you next time Ricky streams, watch his Oki. It hits 3k a stone. I'm not lying whatsoever. I am not lying. I 1000% wish I was lying. It is 3k a stone. I was like, bro, that is not normal. That is not normal. I was like, oh, it's on crit damage. That's why it hits hard. And K is like, nah, Jug, it's not on crit damage anymore. I'm like, you lying, right? And he's like, no, like it's all crit damage. I'm looking right now.
I'm just looking at what Awesome keeps telling
me. I'm looking at it right now.
Like 227.
Get that out of here, man! I'm tired of looking at these. That's disgusting. That's what I'm saying.
That's easily gonna be like plus 190 or something.
That's what I'm saying. Everything does way too much damage. Yeah, like Kay told me. Kay literally told me. I literally, my mind was blown. I was like, no way.
You're right. I should build my Oki. I'm not really sure.
I'm not. No, really. I'm saying like this point with Oki, you can't not build him. You have to build him. He is a must use regardless. Like have a skill 2 accuracy, skill 3 accuracy. Mine has a skill 2, skill 3 accuracy. And it's like after that it's additional damage of attack, defense, and I have like attack artifacts. And it's like he's insane. Like mine does like almost 1k of stone, but 3k of stone? Like what is this nonsense? Like what is this nonsense?
Yeah, you think he'd have to be surely running HP and speed.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like it's probably like I'm pretty 1,000% at speed. Because speed is like if you have like like the 200 run
is the
speed.
most essential stat on Oki.
Yeah, because he's gonna be fast. He's gonna be like a turn 1 unit. So it's just like I'm like, what is this additional? These additional damage off of speed. Even Chog Pog too, right? It's like Chog Pog does the same thing. It's like additional damage off of speed. So it's like his skill 3 is like legit gonna do a good chunk of damage, especially if he's on crit damage and he crits. He's gonna hit pretty hard. That's what I'm saying. Like everything hits way too hard, and it's like, what do you do? Like if you can't survive it, you're just gonna lose.
And they're multi-hitter.
I mean,
and all these
they
multi-hitters
could possibly just reduce the scaling on some of the damage, but
they have
then
to.
you're gonna have way too like. But then it depends because like then we could get back into a stall meta again, which is not necessarily the great.
I don't think we ever could. I don't think we ever could be into a stall meta again. I think we're at a point in RTA where we can, unless you legit have both sides with like super slow Molong Drknss. That's never happens, or like super control, or like that doesn't happen too often in RTA anymore.
It purely depends on what obviously come to us do to fix it, because like sometimes when they try to fix things, they overtune it or like.
Or they just leave it for 3 years.
So basically, every win monster.
Do it. Like,
so basically,
because either we're going to be stuck into an RTA that's going to have like too high damage on every unit for a long while, or we're just going to get to a point where we go back into a slow meta again.
So with Beast Riders, I don't think it's possible.
Or somehow they managed to get it right, which would surprise me.
I would hella surprise me if they got it right. Holy crap! But it's like we need more buffs and nerfs every now and then. Because even right now, it's just like that's what I'm saying. Like I keep tossing this suggestion. Pre-ban RTA. I heavily think we should have that now. That's just me personally. I think we should have that now.
I mean, I got nothing wrong with it because obviously you still do re-queue into the same people in ladder, so it prepares you better than for the next fights.
Yeah.
If you have that pre-ban option.
I just feel like it makes the matches a lot easier for people.
Most fun is when there's pre-ban. It's just fast.
I think we're at that point. I really do.
5 seasons ago, they had the pre-ban, right?
Yeah.
For regular RTA, which was great. It was great to watch because obviously I didn't participate.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's all. It's funny, right? Because like I tell people, it's like before especially started, like I hated SWC mode. I cannot tell you how much I hated that game mode. But when I was doing it, I was like, yo, why does this feel so much better? Like I don't know. It just feels weird because it's too many threats in the game now. There's way too many threats. You could name like legit 20. LD and Elemental easily, like that, without even skipping a beat. Like it's crazy. As I said, like it'll be nice if you could take out a unit
around 80 at the moment.
Like especially when you get into those matches where it's like you're fighting for those top monsters, and pretty much you're gonna see those top monsters on both sides. It's like literally, if we could both ban something, it would like alter the draft completely. Like legit. Like especially if people could ban the Chiwu here, the Gani here, the Giada here, the Ragdoll here, the Hawthorne here. You know that stuff.
Yeah,
it changes everything.
I agree because essentially
a lot of us have one monster just completely screws us, and we just see it all the time, and we just run the same comps with it,
and helping your comp progress.
I think we're at that point. I really do think we're at that point now. It's like again, I keep going back to League of Legends, and it's like the reason why League of Legends rank is a lot more tolerable is because people aren't gonna just spam the OP units all day.
I don't know about
every single competitive game has a ban.
League of Legends
like
solo
that.
queue and ranked is too toxic.
Well, no, I agree. It's toxic. I'm just saying, like, I don't ignore that. What I'm mainly focusing on is like Riot does their best.
I get it. The pick and ban phase is definitely a lot better than what it should be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they do their best to make sure like you can
But that's also
like
'cause
if
there's
something's overpowered, you can take it out.
so many units at this point that you need an opportunity to ban that many characters.
Yeah, that's what I was like. We're 16 seasons in. We've had so many units put into the game now, and so many buffs and nerfs happen to the point it's just
And
like,
you only get one ban a game.
yeah,
That's not enough. That's not enough.
yeah. Like now we get 0. It's like
You need some more versatility. For
it's
sure.
like we can even have it to where it's like, yeah, someone bans it at the beginning, and then like after like 2 or 3 picks, you can ban another one, and then there you go. Honestly, that makes RTA refreshing to me. I feel like that just makes RTA more fun because it's like it changes the ball game up completely.
That sounds like competitive draft from.
And just try using special league. Make a special league with these ideas and test them instead of just doing, oh, we're gonna do 4-star again. Yay! Like no, actually take the time and like come up with something that's like fresh and new. There's a failure to scratch it.
Come to us just not being innovative enough and wanting to test these ideas just because they think, okay, we've got something that works already. We'll just keep cycling it through 20-star, 4-star, regular.
We had 20-star in a while too.
Just expect people to be happy with it.
Yeah, it's not an actual like it's just a random like they had that one season where they tested the violent thing and it was great, and of course that's what we have now as a regular RTA. But they had that as especially like do that. It's good, and you can actually see what people think about it. And like,
but I will say that the funny part about that, right, is that we had that extra special league to try that, and most of the comments about that were negative. People didn't like it, and nothing was done. So it's like, why do we have it? Why do we have this testing period for feedback? And we're now pretty much a year into that system where that was implemented, and nothing has changed about it. Because a lot of people still, I mean, is it technically better? Technically, yes, but people still felt like, okay, it doesn't feel any different. So like if it was supposed to make people feel different about RTA, but people still feel the same. So it's like because I agree, we should have more testing periods because that's what we do need, and I feel like they should. Because Island Growth has said this on his podcast a cajillion times that we should use Special League as a way to test different types of game modes that can be somewhat implemented into RTA, like they did the whole like point gain system that's still in Special League, still hasn't gone to normal league. We have that's it. That's literally it. That's it. That's the only difference they changed. So Contours needs to start doing different things and testing different things, and then people should give feedback, and then they can take that and be like, okay, we get you, so we're gonna revert it, and then we're gonna try something different next special league or whatever. Like I don't know. Like it's like you said, they're not being innovative enough.
Just like with testing in general, like I've played many games before, like almost all of them have at least like some sort of public test build or like a pre-release so the streamers can use.
That's what I said. That's what.
People are down to do that.
That's what just popped into my head, right?
Just never does it. They just release and they might fix it like a year later. Like we had Labyrinth just came out, and then it took like 6 months before they finally like released their first fix. It took like 5 different patches for it to finally become good. Same thing with a bunch of other stuff, but it's like they just release something and then they just let everything just fall in place, and then maybe 5 months later just readdress it. But there's not a lot of testing and feedback from actual players that's taken initially.
That's what just popped into my head, right? Like, what if we were able to, well, let's say they come to us like had like a they designated X amount of people, whatever, who cares?
So a public data.
They're saying like they do they designated a couple people, but like you were able to switch your account. Like let's say like they like, oh, we got a new RTA update, but we're gonna test it out first. So I was able to switch my account from live server and then just like switch it to a public testing server. I keep all my same rooms, all my same monsters, but I try out the same thing and with the new like RTA game mode or something like that. And we tried it out, we gave feedback, and then we could just switch it back to our like normal You have to switch or anything. It could probably be here like in a normal like world arena menu. I don't know, like just something to where it's like they give people access to something like a new game mode, and certain people were able to try it out and maybe like you said stream it or make videos on it and give their feedback, and then overall they can like take feedback from the community and then take it from there. I was saying they gotta try something, and I keep saying this like that's like the big word right now is try.
They probably do try stuff, but the thing is, the game testers probably aren't technically doing it right or finding the right thing. I'd say.
Yeah.
Because like, I feel like at this point, to get something like the RTA fix, like you're suggesting, would be better to put something forth and get the player's response instead of doing it themselves. Because who do you even know if they actually play the game enough to be able to give a proper suggestion to like say if it's a plausible fix?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people ask that about TOA Hell too. They're like, did Comptours even beat TOA Hell? Which I don't think they did.
Oh yeah,
to
no,
be
that's
honest
exactly because like, like to be the bearer of like,
there's no warning.
It's not necessarily to be the greatest like suggestor or the bearer of the bad news, but like Gigi, for example, come to us employee. She goes and tries it. She doesn't really play the game. She's a casual player.
Mm-hmm.
Barely even mid game for sure.
Yeah.
Like for sure.
I mean, we have the whole 100
completely struggling with it.
Like,
it just shows that none of the come to us employees probably tested it themselves.
Like even then, it's like if there is one person, one CM, I think that could potentially beat it. It's possibly Dude. Possibly.
Oh, yeah, Dude already did. I think.
They'll say possibly. That's the only person.
I'm pretty sure Dude's
and maybe actually Seppi. I lied. Seppi too. Seppi too. I lied. I said like the Dude is Seppi. Past that, I think everybody else would have like a lot of problems. Maybe like Moke, Motions, Gigi for sure, because Gigi took a break and her runes aren't up there, so she'll probably struggle on it as well. That's why I said I don't know, like people ask yes, oh, do Contours play their game? And it's like, and they're CMs. They're not like developers.
Dude,
even though
7 with 26 stars.
like that's what I'm saying. I don't know if Contours. I think Contours should do their game modes, but it's like I don't think anybody from Contours can do their game modes. Yeah, I don't think they can do their own game modes. That's that they probably just said, "Oh, this is cool," and they just threw it out. That's what I'm saying. Like that in itself is a problem. They could have just said, "Hey, we'll like," because again, like you said, TOA Hell came out of. Well, it literally did come out of nowhere. Nobody knew about it. Like it was just like even you, Laura, you was like I didn't think that was serious. You're like wait, I thought you was joking. You said actual TOA Hell. Like yeah, there's actual TOA Hell. Like
it's actual hell. It's not like.
It's not fun to play.
No, it's not.
I spend my time farming runes and artifacts.
Exactly. That's literally my mindset. I was like,
imagine we could farm artifacts while doing TOA Hell.
The game can't do that. If the game, because like even me personally, I said when AutoFire first came out, I would love to AutoFire.
Like processing.
Yeah, that's what I said. I would love to do. I would love to AutoFire while I'm doing RTA, but it's already a loading screen and too much stuff. And this ain't a computer game; it's an old school app game. This game is 6 years old. Like they would have to like revamp this whole entire app for that to be a thing, which they could do, but I doubt they would. They got bigger problems to fix, in my opinion. So. I'm fine with just like not farming while doing RTA, and I'll just farm afterwards. But it's like I can understand that it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, like I said, like you said, like they just I feel like we're in a state where it's like they could do their own game modes, but we're pretty sure they don't. So like it's more for like the future, because again, I still feel this game can last another 5 years, as long as they if they take the time to actually listen to what pretty much everybody's been saying, and it's just basically just not listen to everything, because please don't listen to everything.
I don't think listen to everything. They need to be careful with their generosity.
Please don't be Trasco. Please don't be Trasco.
They already were way too generous this year.
Oh, this year was insane. This year has been actually insane.
Because essentially, if they keep giving the players everything they cry for,
the game's over.
The game's not even going to be worthwhile staying here.
We're Epic 7. Literally, we're Epic 7. Literally. Quite literally, we're Epic 7. That's what Epic 7 is going
heard
through.
about that game like a year.
Okay, that was it. The game's not dead. Epic 7 is still thriving, right? And I have no problems with Epic 7. But I said that but Epic 7, when Epic 7 first came out, everybody really felt that game was going to be a big threat to Subness War. We all heard people left Subness War team to go to Epic 7. We all heard that. So at first people thought like, oh, this is gonna be a threat to Subness War. The problem with Epic 7, because it could have been a big threat to Subness War. The problem is they were giving the community way too much, way too early.
Agreed.
For us, it took us 6 years to get to this point. It literally took 6 years to get to this point. Epic 7, still, they nerf your LD, and if your LD was nerfed, pick whichever one you want. You can trade it in and pick literally, which you didn't know that? You didn't know that?
No.
You didn't know? Okay, this is what happened. I'm about to tell you. I'm gonna tell you a story. So my friend. So my. Let me. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you a story. So my friend. He had. It was Araminta. It was Araminta, Bellis's, and it was another one. They were dominant. Mad dominant. They were super good units in the game, and like they were on defense, offense. They could do everything. So everybody was like, "Yo, they can do everything. There's no point in doing anything else. Just get these two units and call it a day." So literally, what they did was they said, "No, it's gonna blow your mind." So this is what happened. They literally said, "All right, so we're gonna nerf these units. Also, what we're gonna do? So how many ML summons have you done?" Like 1,000, we're gonna refund you half of those. I wish I was joking. We're gonna refund you half of those. I really wish I was joking. We're going to refund you half of those. Not only that, where if your ML5, if your Araminta and your Belizit, you aren't happy with those no more, guess what? You can trade those in and literally get any ML5 you want. So when this all happened, right, everybody's obviously summoning their half refunded ML summons. So let's say you summoned, let's say you didn't want to get rid of your ML Araminta, but you summoned another one. Guess what? You can trade in that ML Araminta that you just summoned, that dupe, for any free F5 you want. And that's literally what happened to my friend. My friend did that.
If you had it, yeah, there should have been a protocol in the case that if you already had it prior to that date, sure, feel free to fucking trade it if they had it for that game. But if you summon it after the nerf, then you're stuck with it.
You're stuck with it. But no, that's the system they have in place. Let's say like there was another even for elementals, like let's say there was like Sez. Sez was like he was his water unit. He was like the Lucia of the game. He could AoE nuke all you guys. Sez was nerfed. Oh, actually no, Sez was nerfed. The artifact that was on him was that people used on him was nerfed. So he wasn't able to nuke everything anymore. They're like, okay, well, you know, like Sez, recall him. You get all your material back, stuff like that. You didn't get to swap it out for any other unit, but all the materials you invested into that unit, you got that all back. So in Summoners War, let's say, like, I don't know if has there been a unit that's been nerfed to the ground? Has there ever been
a unit that got killed?
Like nerfed to the ground in Summoners War? Has there ever been a unit that's been nerfed to the ground?
Well, remember Tian Lang's original nerf? That was pretty.
Okay, well let's say kind of Molong. Like Molong was like
2018.
Yeah. So let's say after the Molong, let's say after the Molong nerf, you were like, man, I'm not using Molong ever again. Literally, they say, okay, all those Devilmon you put into Molong, you get all those back.
Because that's ridiculous.
That's what happened. So literally, what you could have. So basically, during that whole refund, if you could literally get 2 free OP ML5s for free, literally for free, and that's if you were just a little bit lucky. A lot of people got 3 or 4. So literally. Exchange all those 4 for 4 of your choosing. It's literally 4 of your choosing. Any one you want. Same with the 4 stars. Same with the 4 stars. The 4 star they nerf one of the good 4 stars. You can take her back, change her out for one of the good 4 stars. And on top of that, it's very, I don't say it's super easy, but it kind of is. But it's a lot easier to get ML units, which are LD units, by comparison, in Epic 7. So they literally added, like, they used to be like two separate summonings. There's mystics, there was like, like their mystical scrolls and your LD scrolls. They literally said, well, we're gonna
I'll
add
be right back. I'll let my dog out.
no problem. They literally added the LD summons to the mystical scroll table. So now you can summon mystical scrolls and get LDs.
What? No, okay, that's terrible game
And
design for sure.
the community, this is what the community wants. They literally they keep, and that's the problem, right? And that's why I say I think Epic 7 is a great game. The great is great visually. It's really great. The problem is with Epic 7 is they listen to the community way too much. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was no, trust me, the game is good. The problem is there's a lot of bad. That's what I'm saying. Like they listen to the community. They listen to the community way too much. They gave the community everything they wanted, literally everything. So like the community is like, oh, we get this, but we want more. They even give you like free legendary scrolls very often, by the way, very often, like through events or whatever.
I'm glad I didn't get into that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, like I still play it. I still find the game fun to play. But I keep saying, I say this all the time. I say Epic 7 could have been a really like up there with like it could have been like the true competitor to Summoners War, because I don't think there is currently a true competitor to Summoners War. That's why I think like that's why whenever these games come out, they it's everybody says like Jubei shot me. Everybody says like it's like it lights a fire under us because it makes them actually like do something, right? Like when I feel like when Seven Deadly Sins was a thing, and then like and that game started getting its hype, Contour started doing more stuff, which is true. Like they literally they started doing more stuff around that time. Same with Epic 7. When Epic 7 was like
Calibria, even though that game never had any chance. Still,
oh, Calibria, no, everybody shit on that game immediately. That game was shit from the jump. That game, dude, everybody saw Calibria was like,
people tried to play it and then just realized it's bad.
yeah, it's as bad. The only person that defended that game was Fall.
Any chance?
Literally the only person that defended that game was Fall. And that
yeah, they give it like
Fall tries to make any game ideal for like in his perspective.
Yeah, like it's just man. Like again, that blows my mind. Like I said, like Epic 7. I there's a lot good about that game. And literally, I'm not even joking. It could have been the Summoners War competitor. We could have been getting a lot of good updates and stuff like that. But because they did the dumb thing and gave the community everything they wanted, it was ridiculous. And I wish I was joking about that situation. That 1000% happened. And I still don't have an ML5 in that game. they literally said,
I mean,
just imagine if next year Contour was J-Win versus like, yo, half those half LD scrolls you use, yeah, you get them all back.
If that happened, I'd quit the game.
You know how many people will be pissed off right now? You know how many people will be pissed off right now?
LD scrolls. Everyone that bought is the pay-to-win whales and gets all those LD scrolls back.
They would have thousands. They would have thousands.
I'd quit the game. I would 100% quit the game.
Like, game would be done. That's why I'm like, yo, and they have RTA. Their RTA is good. Like there's a lot of good things about the game. I'm not denying the game. The game is good. The game is good. But that's the problem. It's a hard good. It's a hard good. That's it. It's not great. It's good.
I feel perspectives based on what you said they're doing is more or less better than in the case they did it for Summoners War, because they have a lot less characters released.
Yeah, I said this happened year one. That's the crazy part. It happened literally year one.
Yeah.
It was like before. It was like before year one was even over that this all happened, which is again crazy. But like,
as long as that doesn't happen again, then that game I think should be able to like steady itself in that situation.
1000%. This is probably not gonna happen again. They have way too many MLs now. But the thing is, like even like YD plays it, and legit the whales can just get the MLs like easy. It's too easy. It's too easy to get like whenever a new light dark unit comes out in Epic 7. YD gets it so quick, and anybody could if they put enough money. He gets it.
Like a 1 in 80 chance or something. Yeah,
it's better. It's better than that. The LD rates in that game are ridiculously like generous. Very generous. Like it's like all you gotta do is well for it. That's it. Just all you gotta do. Or get well or get insanely lucky. Even their MLs have a pity, so you can be on the side better and just basically just well for with your mystic summons and you'll eventually get it. Like you can eventually have every ML in the game, depending on how if you're playing it very actively with your mystic summons. Like you can literally get all of them. It's not hard. It's relatively easy. That's why I was just like, man, if that was a Summons War, we wouldn't be playing this game at all. I'm not even joking. We wouldn't be playing this game at all.
I completely agree. I think this is a bit derailing from the actual.
No, we did. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how we got to this, but it's like it kind of it does happen.
All we essentially talked about was like any possible nerfs and no actual proper.
I don't know how we got to that, but it's like I don't know why. Because I was like,
You don't get enough nerves.
I'm watching the VOD.
yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but because like I think everybody can agree as far as buffs and nerfs, besides Shang Pong, it's artifacts. That's mainly what it is. This is artifacts.
I think artifacts need to be adjusted so that's a proper nerf.
Yeah.
Big or a slight nerf. I think that's fine. Or the
I mean, Molly's up for debate.
I don't think Molly's a problem. Yeah. No, here's my thing.
It really is up for debate.
Here's my thing. I think Molly. I agree that Molly's annoying. I'm not gonna sit here and say Molly is not like a super annoying unit. I think everybody can agree Molly is really annoying. Do I think there's ways you can beat Molly? 1000% yes.
Yeah.
And I think the easiest way to beat her is just death break. Death break and enough damage. I think that's very easy to achieve in the current RTA meta. Like Sierra's a good example. Like I said, death break and damage. I think it's 1000% possible to deal with Molly. But I do agree that Molly makes games very annoying for no reason because she just sits there. She essentially doesn't do anything.
You'll have
like she essentially doesn't do
until they steal it from you.
Yeah, like she, like I don't like the only thing that's annoying about Molly is if she's consistently volley procking, and that's kind of it. Like so essentially, Molly isn't really the problem. It's Via.
Molly doesn't really offer damage. It's just
she just sits there. She just sits there. That's all she does. That's why I'm like. That's why I'm kind of.
She might strip off the occasional buff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I find Molly annoying. The only thing Molly would affect in the game is just if you don't kill a unit and she does 2 volley procs. Then it's like, that's annoying. You're annoyed because now those turns you wasted putting all that damage to that one unit were legit just wasted, and that's where Molly's like really good. But usually that doesn't happen every time. That's why, like, Molly is more effective, like I said, like Carrie Bear said, at a higher level, where it's like everything is super bruisery, everything has a shit ton of fucking health. Like, it's like that's where Molly shines. But half the time, people don't do that. Like, they just pick Molly with like anything.
Molly as a counter to have.
Also, Molly's at higher ranks are on like high or max res and very tanky.
Yeah,
shit like
mine.
Or for some reason they just have their Molly. They have their Molly faster than their the people that have their Mollies faster than their Velajules or Sierras. I don't get them at all. I don't get them. I really don't.
I don't get it having faster than Velajule.
I've seen it though. I've seen people that have their Mollies faster than. That to me makes no sense. That's why I'm like doing all this damage.
The attack bar boost from
because I'm not even like looking at attack bar, and I'm just like I look and I'm just like wait. You're gonna cleanse that Velajule I just stunned up. I'm like, what the heck? Like, why is your Molly faster than your Velajule? That's just weird. That's just weird. Like, you've invested better roots to your Molly than your Velajule? What? It doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like it's weird. It's I don't know. I still don't find Molly a problem.
Is there anything though that we can think that could actually get a buff and actually help influence the meta though? That's
See, that's a problem, right?
I
Buffing
don't
is
think
buffing
you
is
touch- I don't
scary.
think you really want to touch any of the LD5s. I think a lot of them are in good situations.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Current
okay,
state.
there's still a couple. Like we have Pontos. Oh,
I mean, I
But
think,
Street Fighters.
yeah, like I said, I don't think you
The-
really
the
touched any LD5s. Otherwise,
Vice
you
is all
make
the
something
above.
too good in the current meta.
Wade Catergo is good. I think a lot of people sleep on Wade Catergo. I'm telling you guys, Wade Catergo is really good.
But
Please stop
thinking
sleeping
more
on
of
her.
like something an elemental Nat 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it has to be accessible, but that's hard, right? Because buffing anything is hard, and Commodore takes buffing a little too seriously. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
Yeah, I mean, you have the 8% damage buffs, and then you have buffs that are like Molly and like crazy buffs.
That's a good question, honestly. I never really thought about that. Actually, no. I feel like the demon buff, shield will cleave also max. I can show you later. But it's fuck. Actually, what unit? Because it's like that's. But in my opinion, if that was it, I feel like we should buff more water monsters. That's just me personally. I feel like water is just like. I feel like water is just so weak. It's like it has nothing.
Water and bison.
It literally just
Actually, a lot of the water units don't do much.
They don't do anything because it's not even their fault. It's literally because wind does everything.
It's just their kits. It's just their kits. That's all it is.
And that's the problem. It's like water monsters are
primarily PvE and Guild War.
We
like-
have aerials, tail,
Because we know wind is by far the strongest element.
Camila.
by far we mean like
Yeah.
Then
galaxy.
fire and then water.
Yeah,
But it would have to be something more or less influential to try and make some of the more water elemental Nat 5s better.
but it's like which ones will be good?
None
How?
of them are good though, except a few. And then they nerfed obviously one of the best Nat 5s like a couple of years ago.
Wait, which one?
Almost to the ground. Melong.
Oh yeah, too. Like Molong's pretty much a skill 3 unit.
Now he's good obviously because he has stuff to assist him.
Yeah.
Stuff like Harmonia, Bulwark, Drknss, and stuff like that.
Harmonia. Thinking the
Yeah,
boys
I
really
know,
deaf.
but I mean, just that.
No, but yeah, it's what makes him good.
Harmonia is, and guess what? She's not water or wind. She's fire.
But it's like
Yeah, I mean, and the fact is, like, they always just make water units. Like they just pigeonhole all of them into like being some sort of weird support, like
Yeah,
every single time.
Essentially, a lot of them are just meant to be some PVE unit. Like,
well, that's why.
Right? Everything has to follow
Yeah.
the same elemental law. I mean,
Red Tail
Druids,
Relation,
for
they're literally
example.
stuff that do very similar things.
Mhm.
but
That's why
slightly
it's
different.
weird, dude. Like I don't. It's like I feel like we would just have our team would be a bit more fluid if we just had more good water units besides Barber and Vigor. That's
There's
essentially
no
it.
actually good AoE stripper other than
And that could have been Hagang, right?
and yeah, that could have been Hagang, but Hagang
Yeah,
didn't get the
but
defense.
he didn't get. Because honestly, so I think someone could make a good argument for putting what they put on Chung Pong on Hagang,
Sure.
and I think that would make him way like very usable. Like a strip
Yeah,
into
like-
strip into defense. That's it though.
The fact is also the fact that Chiwu pushes back more attack, but then he gains also doesn't help his case.
It,
Because Chiwu
You know, here's what I propose. Here's what I propose. Okay, make the defense break part of the default skill. So like, because I mean, you have Mookwall and you have Hagang. I think both of them could probably use that defense. I mean, especially Hagang, but like honestly, they could both use the defense
but
break.
it would have to be on
And then
everybody.
from
Yeah.
there, you just
That's the only
and then-
problem.
I mean, you can just give Win like Res Awakening or something. It doesn't really affect them much. And then because he's already super OP, you just give him Res, and then you give Hagang like whatever, and then yeah. But it could be like honestly that wouldn't be. Because I mean, it's still 75% chance. It's not like
What if-
busted where it's like.
What if- okay.
Ludia.
I know they gave Annabelle a 310 death break like a couple
Mhm.
patches ago, but what
Yeah.
if they made her
Or
a
the small
strip on
unit.
skill 3 into death break as well?
Wait, destroy on skill 3.
They beat
No,
Ludia.
strip into death break for Annabelle.
Yeah, that's not Ludia.
That's a loaded skill,
not
but
busted.
I would
But no,
kind of
no.
be
Yeah.
The thing is,
okay
water,
with
there's
it.
nothing good of water Nat 5s otherwise.
Yeah, no,
there's
that-
no good.
That's why I said like that's loaded, but I would be okay with that. because again, every wind monster does fucking everything on
And
planet
Annabelle's
Earth.
probably the least like good of the occult girls anyway.
But it's not by
honest.
far, which is scary.
Laura, they have to overhaul Laura.
I
Yeah,
think
look-
Laura's better.
Yeah,
I think if anything, it's more or less Nikki. If anything.
but people don't like Laura at all. People still don't like Laura no matter what.
Laura at least
I mean,
offers you
her
stuff.
strip's not consistent. It does no other debuff. It's just
But-
it's a strip into a defense buff.
But
It does nothing.
but let's say they gave like I said, like what Laura has, but gave it to Annabelle, like the strip with the 60%, I think a 60% chance. But she still does her armor break slow. Is armor break slow? Or what else?
Well, yeah, it'd be two activations. It'd be strip and then obviously activate death break.
Yeah.
Simultaneous.
Like that would make it a good third skill. I think that'd be fine.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fine. It'll give her more use in like for people that
Just literally just looking at all of what's listed here on the Water Net 5s, there's just nothing to offer.
on another
There's maybe,
destroyer
like,
can we see a
There's
change
maybe
to water
5
license?
units that get usually picked in the current meta. Which
Yeah.
would be Barbara for one.
Yeah.
Then you have Josie, and then you have Molong, and then
Oh, I
you have
forgot
like
Josie.
counter picks and Amelia and
Yeah,
Abel.
and
That's really it.
Yeah.
I mean Poseidon, and I guess he's strong
But then
with-
you have units like that are like people that already require strippers though.
That require
And they're part of
Chi-Wu.
claims.
Basically the
So,
Chi-Wu
I'm
units.
saying stuff that's already like good to pick by itself, more or less.
Because like pretty much most of water units, I get the only ones that don't require anybody is essentially just what Barbara, Vigor, and Shihao. And Shihao. Hey, he's a fucking he's a fucking 3-star. He's a 3-star. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy how like Vigor is better than
Water is.
yeah. Like water's bad. Water needs
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Praha's now obviously.
Okay, make a good point.
But that's the thing. Like that's
only because of a recent off.
But that's my thing, right? I think
Yeah.
Praha's great. I think Praha's really good and strong. I 1000% agree with this. The problem is, I don't think she's top 3. I think she's good, but I think she's still, because of the fact that her only initial damage is the skill 1, which again is retardedly strong. She doesn't offer much else depending on the scenario. Like if you're looking for like, she's not the same as Juno, right? Where Juno, you can like, she's there for as a fire damage dealer. Whereas like for Praha, you'll choose Vigor like 1000% over her. Like why would you not choose Vigor over Praha? Like Vigor does way more. Vigor has a speed buff, which is good at pretty much everything. Anti-crit is somewhat good. It can be good in a lot of scenarios. 3-turn death break. Heal block, all these are really good because they counter a lot of things in the meta. The heal block counter is
Praha can strip, but it's not enough. It's not enough.
It's like her kit's great, but I would still pick Vigor over her every time. Like I would pick her every time.
Like I usually pick Vigor a lot. Like
no, it's like why would you want to? People pick Vigor in the 3-4 like it's nothing. Because Vigor's really good. And again, he's a 3-star. Like that's what I say. It's pretty weird. Like you pick a shirt for the rest of your team. But I mean like that you only do that if you don't have Chi-Wu, right? It's like that's the only thing. It's like there's like
they're still better strippers.
Yeah, it's like your ideal strippers. Like it's like when you have when you have like your stripper tier list, it's Chi-Wu, then it's Chi-Wu, then it's Chi-Wu, then it's Chongpong, then it's like
then you forgot Gianna.
There's Gianna, there's Gianna. It's like everybody has those. Like everybody has those. Like the turn 1 strippers are the best because they're turn 1. Like they're all good. They all do extra stuff. Like legit, Gianna can literally say,
pushback,
like literally, like it's just like it's dots and it's cool, but it's like that can be anti-synergetic depending on what your comp is. Like if you're trying to use her with like what's her face like Hathor, then it's like the dots ruin your whole strategy because you can't.
Not really turn 1 though.
Yeah, that's why it's like it's weird, right? Because like turn 1 strippers are the best. Turn 2 strippers are okay. Like they're hard okay. They're cool. They're all right. Like they'll do their job, but it's like they're turn 2. Like in RTAs in the current meta where literally everything is turn 1. Turn 1 puts you in the biggest position ever. and that's why Chi was so darn good because he secures your turn 1. That's why, like, if anything, we probably need to nerf Chi. I think that's kind of the common problem that has to happen.
Wait, what do you reckon then if you nerf Chi?
Reduce it.
Reduce his
Red-
attack.
Well, maybe
reduce. Either have
Because, I mean,
the.
here's the thing, like.
Go ahead. Go off.
Oh yeah, so yeah, because he only used to do like a 15% per buff. So maybe you just scale back the initial attack bar, or just make it so it's like 10% per buff steal, like something like that. So it's like in between where it was.
Or just give it a different res check because I just feel like it just lands too easily. Like I feel like
no, it was still a double res check. Like it's
like they would.
Daphne.
I think they should because I think they should reduce it from 30 to 15. That's just me personally. I think a half nerf is okay, but I still think I still think that makes him too strong. I don't know. Like Chiwu is just way too good. I think Chiwu is like even though I still like because when I said top 5 elementals, like I still think Chiwu was like right there at 6. The problem is even him being at 6 says way too much, right? It's just like the 5 above him, in my opinion, are still was it a Hathor, Sierra, Chongpong, Barbara. So there's another one I believe, but yeah, like he's like right there at 6 in my opinion. But it's like his strip is too good because it enables way too much. Like him and Chongpong, way too good.
Yeah.
Him and Savannah, way too good. Him and Getty Hathor, way too good. Him and Oki, way too good. Like the common denominator is him.
Is good to be in top 5.
Yeah, I don't put Getty in my top 5 literally at all. I think Getty is good. And that's undeniable.
Getty is an enabler.
Yeah, Getty is a hard enabler. Like he's basically just like he's the helper. But it's like Getty by himself is pure boo boo. Like he has his strip and stuff like that. That's
yeah. You still think she needs a nerf?
I think Hathor can't get nerfed. Hathor cannot get nerfed. You cannot nerf Hathor.
Okay.
If you nerf Hathor, we can't fight LDs. How the hell do we fight LDs with Hathor served?
Yeah.
How do you fight shit like Arda?
How in God's name do I fight Arda Ragdoll with no Hathor? We can't nerf Hathor. You literally can't. Nothing. The two big fighters of the top LVs are Hathor and Lucia. If you nerf Hathor, we only have a Lucia. That's literally it. We have nothing to fight those guys. Literally nothing. Besides Sierra, possibly. But even then, Sierra's still risky. So it's just like it's not as good.
Yeah, because we'll just bring their pater.
Yeah, like LDs are too good. So that's why I said like that. Like either like something needs to happen on the LD side or something needs to happen on the elemental side. Primarily,
I think you just leave it stagnant because I think it's fair in both perspectives at the moment for those two.
Yeah, that's it. Hathor's don't touch Hathor. You can't touch Hathor.
You have to deal with the stuff that's around it.
Yeah, I still think Ganny should. The only nerf I would ever give to Ganny, and I think after that we could never touch him again, is Ventilate should be resettable. I still think that's ridiculous that we can reset everything else.
Like, so if OQ goes and resets him,
yeah,
Ventilate still do.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I don't like that.
That's ridiculous.
Like why? It's the exact same as Jemiah's skill 3.
That doesn't make any.
But I mean, Jemiah's skill 3 is a longer cooldown.
Yeah, like that's what I said. Like Ventilate's what, a 2-turn cooldown, 3-turn, 2-turn.
A lot of time you only need one thing to be reset. Like it's not always. I mean, Jameer's like specialty.
Who the hell's picking Jemiah other than Patty?
Yo, Jameer's actually OD. I actually will say that. I remember Jameer because I have Chunk Pong. Only because of Chunk Pong.
He ran Light Monkey, Oki, and something else. It was like
only because of Chunk Pong. That's the only reason I rooted up him because of Chunk Pong. That's the only reason why.
Oh yeah, the guy had Chunk Pong.
Jemiah's skill 3 is a 5-turn cooldown.
Yeah, that's why it's like if you're using him, you're trying to end a match relatively early.
Ganny's is 3-turn cooldown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's way too good.
Which pretty much almost comes off cooldown instantly if he violent procs.
Yeah, so it's like you use it, violent proc, it's pretty much up next turn. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it needs to be reset. Like I don't get why that's not thing. That's the only thing I would touch about. Then after that, leave Ganny alone. Like that's the only thing. Because I just think that's not fair. That's not fair that he has like why do units have skills that can't be reset, but they can reset others? It doesn't make any sense. Like do that to Jemiah, do that to Ganny, never touch him again. Leave him alone.
Yeah, because it kind of burdens if you even bring stuff like Hathor or Oki to reset the other CC unit.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, especially with violent, it's like all he has to do is get a violent proc, and he can just do whatever. And it's Getty. Fuck that unit. That's why that unit gets on my goddamn nerves because he's not scary. His skill 2 is. I just hate his skill 2. His skill 2 is too good.
Yeah.
Like it's too good, too low of a cooldown. It's up too often. Fuck that unit. That unit gets on my goddamn nerves. I wish I could just remove it from the game.
And you know what? He still is a juicy Guardian RTA skin waiting just for him if he ever wants to come. My door's open. You know. Ganny,
he's like Sierra,
I mean,
Ganny,
Sierra,
Oki.
You can put Nyx and then use it for that. How about that?
Too late.
Wait, do you actually?
I wish I could actually change my element though.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, was you? I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
so far he's like my only Guardian skin, and of course it's for a monster family I do not have.
Oh wait, oh yeah, because you're the G1, so that's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, okay. So last season I killed this, but yeah, before that, no Fairy Kings. Yay.
You said what happened, Lorde?
Most wanted, so I picked Ganny.
I was just gonna say, I'll tell you something very ironic. These last 3 RTA skins, Hathor, Ganny, Oki.
I'm telling you, see, the Oracles are next. It should have been Oracles this season. I'm telling you, Oracles are coming.
I've been calling Oracles for the past.
Oracles
like, 10
are
seasons.
coming.
Like 3 skins.
It's a joke. Like,
I'm telling you, if Oracles were skins this season will be mad competitive. Everybody will be trying to get to Guardian.
Okay, no. If Oracles are getting skins, I'm rushed. I'm going full. I'm going like.
Everybody will be going hard.
They just gave him the jet ski skin, so obviously they weren't going to give him the RTA skin.
Yeah.
Next season.
It's
telling you.
possibly hinting that they could get it the next season. If
Next season. I'm telling you, it's coming.
Are so lackluster compared to Enchanted.
Don't tell that to Ari.
I wouldn't even bother with them personally.
You still on it? Was it Enchantress? That's your favorite Enchantress?
I don't.
Yeah. Enchanted Gianna is like just a triple S tier skin. It's not even close.
It's about Beach. You guys hate on Beach. Y'all sleeping on
I like
Beach.
the Beach skin.
I like the Beach one too. I don't want people hating on Beach.
I had Beach Gianna just because people said, "Bro, you got transmog your Gianna, man." So I'm just like, okay, fine.
And
then Enchanted, I just bought with
some animations are better on the other skins.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Like I'd say Praha's best skin is the jet ski skin, purely based on the animation.
Yeah.
Oh, skill 3 is pretty cool. I like the skill 3.
And then like Gianna's skill 3 on that skin is also fucking insane.
Yeah.
If you
which one you mean
the jet ski?
Skill 3 is like god tier.
But
like, if you had Ciara in that skin, I'm questioning your thoughts.
And it's like she ain't got nothing crazy.
Okay, I understand if you have Juno in that skin because it's literally a Baywatch character at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But it'll be cool though. But it's good anyway.
But yeah, Sierra does not want that skin. Her best skin is probably the beach skin.
Beach skin.
Enchantress.
Beach skin. Can't wait to get my Sierra so I can put her in a beach skin. But I'll never get her. All right. Anyways, you guys have any last thoughts before I send you guys on your way?
I'm just wondering how we derailed to E7.
I don't know either, but man, I feel like when it comes to Summoners War, there are 2 games that will always be brought up. It's League of Legends and Epic 7. They're too relatable to the game.
I remember how we did it because we started talking about the 6 year
like 10 hours straight.
Oh yeah,
how I actually was giving too much to the early game players.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that's yeah, there you go.
And the 6-year anniversary helped early game players too much because there was already a guide for people to build early game GB10, DB10, Necro done, get onto R5 almost in a few weeks.
Yeah,
having those
updates came to turn on its head.
Sick, done. You're literally done, and then all you had to build was route, and then you'd have your NB10.
Mm-hmm.
You were literally done at that. And if you found that a couple weeks, you could already be going to GB12.
And on top of that, they had the Fusion event, which basically gave you a free bell.
Free Sig.
Or free Sigmars, whatever.
You do that or you build your free bail.
Yeah.
I'd say at that point, you probably would have put that stuff towards your Balaga and then had some stuff go towards your Sig because you could farm that better.
Yeah.
And BJ5 with artifacts now is basically
It's
an early
easy.
game.
R5 with
mid game.
you can so
Easy.
easily get to BJ5 now, and like,
Yeah, it's easier build that than
the right statistics. Whereas
Tell you,
like,
man, this game is
you
mad
free
accessible.
stats. Free stats.
This game is mad accessible, though. I'm telling you, like, if you started this year, you were showered. You were showered. You were showered. Man, I remember when Transcendence Goal was announced and I couldn't log into the game for the whole entire day. I'm like,
that was the worst. Man.
It was so bad.
And
I was like,
of course, I get a bang from that Transcendence Goal.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, and then
I got Vanessa.
there's hardly any of that group that were logging on those times were playing.
Yeah.
I think in that time in total, I made 3 accounts and gave them away because they were already well set.
Well, oh yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, exactly. Because they had 100 scrolls. They were easy to do. 100 scrolls, Transcendence, everything. It was super easy. And 4-star skill ups too.
Other Nat 5s and shit as well.
Man, other players got everything. I'm jealous of y'all. I remember the good old days of struggling. I remember the good old days.
I gave away a Yonghong account. I gave away an account that had Lucians and all these other teams set up, and then I think I gave over another.
It's too easy. We had that amazing rune event. Amazing rune event. You can roll it twice, so you already had 18 speed guaranteed at least, and you just go for the other two. Oh man,
I think they might. I think they will.
At least another 22 speed rune.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like at this point, they might as well just give a free Transcendence and run down rune event every year. That's like, what's the point? There's no point in not doing it. At this point,
yeah, like my point before.
Let's do it.
I'm not sure if you ever heard of him, but he doesn't stream as much anymore. But he was Twitch TV medic or something like that for some as well. He had one of these earlier game accounts on a different server. He had a 30 speed slot 6 HP from this event.
That's amazing. On an early account?
Wow,
that's amazing.
An LD account as well.
Oh, that's okay.
F this.
I'm telling you, man. Most people didn't have that. It was too easy. That event was too good. Man, that event was too good. Man, I mean, someone that come to us said to him that they are doing it.
And you already had that on a friend.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's like you get everything. Everything accessible. And they're not going to nerf Fran. They're never going to nerf Lauren. They're not going to nerf Bird. They're not going to nerf Crow. 2As are pretty much untouchable. Fran and Verd and Lauren will never be nerfed. So yeah, early game was easy. Like early game was just like ridiculously good for anybody that hopped into the game this year.
And being able to build.
Remember back when people were screaming to nerf Lauren?
Oh, I was there too. But after I talked with dude, I understood why. I was yelling at dude. I'm like, dude, God, man, nerf Lauren, man. I'm tired of doing RTA. And Lauren's over here just go throw my units. That's the but.
The thing I've ever seen of Lauren in RTA was when Once in Love soloed a Drknss with.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Because that was Lauren.
This is just dumb.
That's Lauren still. Lauren is pretty much the only unit in the game that can 1v1 any unit she wants. Does it besides a Chroma and some other ones that can and Ragdoll. Yeah, she can't solo Ragdoll because she'll end up killing herself.
She would just take too much damage.
Yeah, exactly. She'll just end up killing herself. But essentially, like she can pretty much solo like
is like 1% though.
Yeah, but she can still solo like 99.9% of the game.
Because like in that video, she only had like less than 10%, so she would have died if she had to solo Ragdoll.
Yeah, no, she can solo like her. She can solo like her. She can hell block him and just.
Well, she can as long as the like it doesn't revenge.
Yeah, but I said she can. I said she can do it. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm just saying she can. All right. Anything else I want to add in? Alpha? Anything, Alpha? You're a man of many opinions.
I think I'm set here.
You think
you think good time? You know.
You're set. All right, then I will let you guys go. I appreciate you guys being on the podcast. I know you guys have many different opinions, especially Lorde. Lorde's over here always very opinionated about Summoners War. I know damn well Alpha is because he's always raging in guild chat. But yeah, I'll let you guys go. You guys have a good day, night, wherever you are. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Later.